You see the manager, Mikel Arteta, running down the sideline there. Let's listen into what he had to say after the game.
Well, very happy with the victory. It's a team that they haven't lost at home for a long, long time. So I know the difficulty of what we've done. We had many periods in the game that we were very dominant. It's true that we needed our keeper in two crucial moments to win the game, but I think overall we were the better team and we are one step closer.
After two defeats, did you see the reaction, the performance you expected tonight?
Yes, and when we talk about coming back to our identity and certain phases of the game, definitely I saw that tonight.
And meanwhile, we'll remember what Sporting did against Bodo Glimt in the second leg of the last round, right? Do you think they'll still have belief that they could get something done in this game, or is it different now because they have to go to the Emirates for the second
that was
leg?
at their place.
Yeah, I think it'd be tough for them. Listen, we were watching the other game, or we were keeping an eye on that game. But even though Arsenal didn't play well, you didn't feel like they were ever going to be really threatened. Didn't feel like Sporting could really hurt them too much. It almost felt, when you're watching one game, it felt like a Champions League quarter-final. When you were watching Sporting Arsenal, it almost felt like a game from the group. There was just a completely different level of pace and probably quality to the game as well. So I think Arsenal almost just had them at ease, and we're never going to take a chance away from home. We're always going to get the 0-0, and if they could nick it, fantastic.
Well, we got the reaction though, didn't they, from the players? Losing to Man City, losing to Southampton. You said it was a big game for them.
What did that
It was a big game. I wouldn't go along with it wasn't a great performance.
They won the game.
I know.
We had a debate before, you know.
But what I'm saying is, yes, so they won. And the big thing is for them to win. So it almost puts away, like, we've won a game of football. But it wasn't a great performance.
Yeah, but if that was Liverpool, that's a great professional performance away in Europe.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, if Havertz hits the post, yeah.
If Havertz hits the post, why did he hit the post?
I know, but
if Vinicius scores, it's 2-2.
But it's not a great performance where they played fantastic, was it?
No, I agree with you. I'm not saying that.
Why do you always argue with me and in the end you go, I agree with you? You do it every time.
No. I respect your points, and like I said before, I think you're a brilliant analyst. I know that. But you said, but you said before the game, they need a reaction. I'm asking you.
Yes.
They got the reaction.
Yes.
How they did it is irrelevant.
Exactly.
It was about winning the game.
Yes, and they've won the game.
Correct. Is my point.
No problem.
That's it.
But do you think if they play like that every game between now and the end of the season, they win the league?
But they've been playing like that in the season, and they've been getting over the line. That's been the point, hasn't it?
Well, we'll see.
Did you think it was a satisfactory response? Were you happy with the performance?
I told you. They won away from home. Let's see what they can do at the Emirates. I will talk at the end.
Okay, we're not saying Arsenal was scintillating. We're not. They weren't. It's just about the performance. That's it.
Thanks, Mike,
Yeah.
for the extra.
And by the way, you thought I was tensed. Those guys are tense.
Versus Arsenal with the 1-0 win.
That's exactly that, and that's about it.
Should we do the highlights, Mike? I'm sure you know where they start. Why don't you take us through
we're
them?
going to start with the Raya save, which was absolutely fantastic.
Correct.
Tiny can roll red, no problem. I've got you covered.
What a pass, by the way.
To be honest, it's a great pass and it's a wonderful run. Araujo, Titi? Araujo.
And you know what's impressive with David Raya there is making a safe save like that, backpedaling.
That's
It's not easy to generate something or try to be good on something. You're backloading, you know where the goal is, and that was magnificent.
He's been Arsenal's best player this season, along with Rice. And then Madueke off the bar, set pieces, Jamie, which you love so much.
Yeah, listen, it's a big part of the game, certainly when Arsenal are involved, and even in this game, it felt like the biggest opportunity to get a goal, as it normally is.
They would have called foul on the keeper.
Yeah, I would think so. And then
again
another Raya save. This was late on, like I say, the 83rd minute. Just get a little bit of luck on that one. There's another one I think coming later actually where that's coming next.
A great little reaction save. I mean, I would have been disappointed if
but I think the next one's the big one.
The position.
Seen from Sporting's point of view, you see again how late in the game it is, and sometimes you get a little bit of luck where the ball bounces here.
Yeah, no reaction.
The second one.
He's a brilliant goal. He's been a brilliant signing for Arsenal there. Made a huge difference.
And then just a tiny piece, I would say, of magic. As you're going to see here, Gabriel Martinelli gets the ball on the outside. He goes inside. Sporting are very poor there to leave Kai Havertz alone. but that's not my problem. Look, you have to stay with him while you're trying to deal with Gabriel Martinelli here. He left him alone. Fullback cannot save you. Great touch from Kai Havertz and great finish. Boom. Side foot in. See you later. 1-0. That's all we needed.
Noise coming from the Arsenal fans who've all stayed. I'm not sure the protocol for security here, they might not be allowed out just yet, but they're all here and they've just seen the reserves come out who've not been used to do their cool down, and giving them the applause that they are keen for those players to take back into the dressing room for their heroes on the pitch tonight. Okay, let's hear from the manager then. Mikel Arteta is with Gabriel Clark.
Mikel, well done. Happy?
Yeah, very happy to win away from home in the quarterfinals of the Champions League against a team that they haven't lost, I don't know, for how long at home, obviously.
17 home wins running till tonight.
Well, I think the last time was probably us in Europe as well, so that's the difficulty of it.
Were you starting to wonder at any point that your control wouldn't turn itself into a goal?
Yes, because when we got into the final third and we got set there, we lacked the final bit. You know, we had to be a little bit more crispier, I would say, faster, more efficient to break them down when they had that block. We tried in different ways. We got the goal disallowed. There were 2 or 3 occasions we were quite close, but we lacked that final pass. And in the end, you know, a magic moment for the finishers, win us the game.
The finishers, the subs, yes, they came on and did it, didn't they? What wonderfully constructed, wasn't it?
Beautiful, and that's the impact that you need when you get to these stations in the season. Everybody has to make an impact, and they certainly done that tonight.
Yeah, what can you say about Kai Havertz? He is a player, isn't he, for the big occasion?
He loves the big occasions, the big games, and that's what we need, the big players to turn up when we need them and to win us a game.
Yes. How do you... Listen, David Raya, we've obviously talked about him in the team or not in the team. Player of the match tonight, where do you place his performance?
Yeah, because he had 2 moments that we made 2 big saves, and that's the Champions League. The Champions League is decided always in the boxes, and because there's so much quality here, and when you need him...
Look at that touch.
That's an unbelievable touch, and that was very early in the match as well, so that could have changed the tie.
Yes. Kai has just called him the best goalkeeper in the world.
At the moment is phenomenal. He's been extraordinary since he joined us, and we are very lucky to have him.
Is this a transformation point or a turnaround point? That's something that Kai mentioned as well now after the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think we have to reveal ourselves today, and I talk about identity and other things that we are as a team, that I definitely saw that tonight.
And for this group, what does it mean?
It's half-time. We are a step closer. Now we need to finish the tie at home in front of our people, and if we do that, we're going to start to dream.
Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
Just half-time, and he knows he's got his eye on a lunchtime kick-off against Bournemouth on Saturday as well. It's such an intense 2 weeks. Take it day by day if you're Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, you do, but they have got plenty of time to recover. You can see the guys now doing their runs, and Kai Havertz is smart. He'll be doing his recovery tomorrow. He's come out, but it's fascinating to see a player that's come on, scored, but he's out there running with the team. I think that sets the example, and I think it's important to really factor in. That just shows.
I mean, I have to say, none of them look thrilled to be out.
Oh no, we were never thrilled doing that. But these are the things you have to do, and the things that people don't see you do. You need to continuously do it. So for me, yeah, it's a relentless schedule. However, they just want to play games. They look forward to the next game, and this will, like Kai said in his interview, this will just breed confidence going into the Bournemouth game, and it's a tricky fixture. However, now I feel confident.
And Mikel there saying he wanted his team to be crisper in the second half with their passing, a little bit more clinical, and he was pleased he saw that.
Yeah, they lacked the cutting edge in the first half. Really did. Didn't really do much. You see in the second half, then that little bit of trickery from Martinelli and the decisive run from Havertz was what made the difference. And the attackers in the teams have to make the difference. It's as simple as that. And we're going to see a man who made a difference on the other end.
Yes,
yeah,
nicely
right.
linked, Daniel. David Raya coming into the studio, and Mikel Arteta agreeing with Kai Havertz's assessment that, hello, how are you, David? He's the best player in his position in the world right now. You've been having praise heaped upon you by your teammates and your manager tonight, and you were, for them, the game changer. The game could have changed so dramatically in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. It's something that I'm there for. I'm trying to help the team as much as possible in any single action, not just defending, just commanding and on the ball. So delighted with my performance and of course the win.
But the save in the 6th minute from Araujo must have been one of your favourite moments of the match.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a turning moment. It was a quick transition from them, and it's just a hell of a great strike, but I managed to get a fingertip there just to hit the bar. And it's just one of those moments that can change games.
You made 5 saves tonight, and that now, with obviously Sporting failing to score, means 7 clean sheets in the Champions League this season.
That's something that we worked a lot. So important for us. Those clean sheets makes it easier to win games, and it showed today. You know, scoring in the last minute and keeping that clean sheet, it decides those type of games.
Taking a goalless draw back next week would have still made you favourites in the tie overall, but Kai Havertz's goal, what difference does that make to the dressing room, to the mood, to the positivity in the camp?
I think everything. I think coming here, we know is so difficult, especially the run they come from, and we know it was going to be a tough battle, and it really was. But obviously, scoring in the last minute is so important to go ahead at half-time of the tie. So looking forward to the next game. But of course, now our head is on Saturday.
Can I ask you? Sorry, can I ask you about a goalkeeper's mentality when certain games? Because of course you haven't featured in the last couple. For you as a goalkeeper to then jump into the Arsenal team that's off the disappointment, just to keep the focus for yourself when you're not maybe involved in the game. How is the mindset for a goalkeeper in that sense?
In that sense that you have to be focused no matter what you're doing, no matter if you're touching the ball or you're not. So that's something that I worked a lot during the years, that you learn from previous situations where your head maybe goes and then something happens and you're not ready. So I try to be ready as much as possible during the whole game with some tricks and everything to keep my mind focused on the ball.
And one other thing, did you miss out on the entertainment of the warm-up the other day with the pens and everything? As goalkeepers always train away from the team.
We saw the clips of yesterday's training.
Involved in training.
All right, okay.
Did you want to get involved in it, or did you not?
I haven't even seen it. I don't know what they were doing.
Okay, goalkeepers train on their own, don't they? So yes.
We go out half an hour, 40 minutes before, so we do our own training.
It looked like good fun yesterday, and the guys all decided there was some kind of team-building element to it. This is what was going on with the outfield players yesterday. We fancy a piece of that?
I'd rather do my own stuff with the goalie coach, to be fair. Just leave that fun for them and then let me work hard.
And it did look like fun, and I guess there needed to be maybe an injection of lightness, of maybe a little bit of a downbeat mood after 2 cup exits.
I think, well, you guys know, of course, being on the pitch, you have to have fun, you have to enjoy it. If you don't have fun, you don't enjoy it, it's not worth it. It's not yourself. You go out there with a smile on your face, and you know the training is going to be good, you're going to have fun, you're going to perform better on the games. So it's really important to have those type of moments.
David, I have one simple question for you. Compliments for your match, incredible. How much do you believe you can win the Champions League?
We believe 100% that we can win it. We have to go step by step, game by game, and showing what we can do. So, of course, playing in the Champions League, I think it's the first time in so many years that we play 3 quarterfinals in a row. So we just have to focus on the present. That's the most important thing. But of course, we have full belief.
Because this is the first time, even in your interview before the match, I sense the confidence in you I haven't sensed in most of the others when they speak about it. That's why I had put the question the way I put it, because now I finally got a straight answer. So thank you for that.
If you don't believe, you're never going to win it. So you always have to keep believing, no matter what you go through.
Amazing.
And the emphasis for you guys now, you've had many experiences over the last couple of years. What's the emphasis for you now to make sure you get over the line this time?
Just being ourselves. Try to go back to what we are. Of course, we come from two losses, like we said, and like we know. Learn from those moments, that pain that you get when you lose a game and you lose 2 competitions straight away. So use that pain in the belly to go out there and express yourself and be yourself and try to be better every single day. So that's really important, and that's really like the main message that we have to send out there.
Congratulations on your player of the match.
Thank you very much.
Tonight, and the victory, and best of luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, David. Thank you. So Arsenal taking that a 1-goal lead back next week. You don't see any problems for them at home against Sporting, do you?
No, I don't. I didn't. It's one of those. They kept a clean sheet, and I expect them to keep another clean sheet as well. I think it's important to obviously get a result against Bournemouth. However, I do feel like now, going into the second leg, Arsenal will be confident, you know, to get to the semi-final. They have to be, like David Rea was saying there. If you don't believe it, you ain't going to win. So, yeah, he's an impressive character. He really is.
I was impressed that he was bold enough to say it. I like that. I like that confidence. I like to be expressive and to say what you feel and not, you know, feel as if, oh, if we say that we think we can win it, that now, you know, that shouldn't change anyone's mentality towards what they are, because our expectation is they can win it too. So it's kind of like, it's refreshing to hear a player just come out and say it. I appreciated that. I respect him for doing that.
And talking about the pain in the belly as well from those defeats.
Yeah, I mean, what he was saying is, you know, you need to transform negative into positive, and they have been able to do that. It's not easy, but we have been grown up since we were kids. You know, you have to deal with losses and defeats and all this stuff. So now you need to apply it on the highest level. And I think that the balance, even that what we saw of the training session, right, that fun moment, it's fundamental. Because we need to have that kid in us when we go on the pitch. This is what we all love to do. So I like his words, I like his personality, and I like the fact that, I mean, I went straight forward. But finally, say it. Yes, we can win this Champions League. What is wrong with, actually, you have to say it out loud. So I'm happy with that. And I think Arsenal actually today has proved themselves for 1 point. We are still Arsenal. Right, so you still need to respect us. Clean sheet, 1-0. This is what they've been doing in the beginning of the season. Back to their fundamentals. Exactly.
And maybe some work-ons. We talked pre-match about Gyökeres and what Arsenal have got to do to get the best out of him. We had a kind of strikers chat. Alan was at the desk. And maybe tonight an example, or we've got a few examples, of where perhaps Arsenal can serve him better.
Yeah, he didn't feel like he was in the rhythm of the game. It was a big occasion.
This is how things look on the road to Budapest. Arsenal in the driving seat against Sporting. And if they can finish things off at the Emirates, they're going to set up a semi-final tie against Barcelona or Atletico. On the other side of the draw, Bayern Munich with that advantage heading into the second leg. And Liverpool could meet them in the semis if they can eliminate the holders, who seem to be a growing force once again, PSG. OK, let's get some reaction here in Lisbon. Kai Havertz, the goal scorer, is alongside Gabriel Clark. No doubt, Raya, so important tonight for Arsenal, but so brilliant yet again that the changes the manager makes, the subs that come on, the quality that's been added to this side making the difference. That's the 8th time in the Champions League a sub has come on and scored for Arsenal. Only PSG have scored more through their subs.
It comes down to fine margins, doesn't it, in games like this? Champions League, it's a game where it was quite evenly balanced, to be honest. It felt like Arsenal were probably happy with the draw in the end. However, you've got to give credit to Mikel, because he brought on Max Daumann, he brought on Martinelli and Havertz, where some managers at times would probably shy away from that and take the draw and would beat them at home. So credit to the manager, because that's a positive influence in the squad straight away, and I think they needed it. They need that injection of energy. And incredible finish, really, really good finish.
The energy, it's a squad we've talked about that has been, it's been added to, it's been strengthened, and here they are taking this 1-goal lead back next week and looking like this is a tie they can finish off.
Yeah, I said 0-0 would have been a good result as well. You get this chance and you score it, great, even better. Was not a great performance, but it was a solid one. Enough to get out here and go back home and say, okay, we came after 2 defeats. We recovered mentally. They were present. I think the team was present since the first minute, but they played against a good team, a dangerous team. So I think credits to Arsenal to be able to have such a mentality in this moment and the quality at the end to define the result.
And the confidence, a goal makes such a difference.
Big difference. And like we've been saying, you know, they would have been happy with a draw, but I think that bit of quality coming off the bench, you know, that's why you spend the money to bring these top players in, and they delivered in the vital moment.
The first time they've scored a 90th minute winner in a quarter-final happened last season, of course, Martinelli's 90th minute goal there. But they don't panic, Arsenal.
They don't. I mean, we saw Mikel at the end there. He was like he was playing. He wants to be involved, doesn't he? But look, it's that's when they're at their best as well, because they're willing to work hard and defend for each other, and they had to have some difficult moments tonight. But credit to Rea, because he was incredible, because that's about the the mental sharpness, the focus, when at times you don't have to be too much involved, but he was heavily involved tonight and made some incredible saves. He really did.
Well, of course, we know Sporting's reputation here in the Champions League this season.
Guy, well done. 1-0 to the Arsenal. That feels as good, I imagine, as any 1-0 this season.
Yeah, of course. To score a late goal is always nice, especially in front of the fans. And yeah, we take that result, and still a lot of work to do next week, but we take the result for sure.
A great moment, a great pass as well to you, wasn't it?
Yeah, top. So much quality, that guy, and obviously as a striker or attacking midfielder, you always wait for these moments, and he made it so well, so credit to Martinelli.
On the balance of play, do you think you deserved it?
Well, I think it was an open game, but I think for most of the time we controlled the game quite well. But football is made up from moments like this, and I think we played overall a very good game. Can be proud of ourselves, and now recover and then go again Saturday.
And after the last few weeks, how significant is this moment, do you think? What do you hope it can be in terms of an impact now?
Yeah, definitely a big turnaround for us, because obviously we lost the last 2 matches. So we wanted to get a turnaround today, and I think overall we made that happen for sure. And we stick together as a group, and we have so much more to come this season. There's 7 weeks to go, and we can win big titles, and we're going to go for that.
The final point, David Raya is there to make saves, of course, but the one very early on tonight, and then towards the end, he has been some player for you at times.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I think still underestimated in the world of football, but for me, the last 2 seasons, the best keeper in the world. He's outstanding. He saved us so many times, and we're very glad to have him.
A big step to the semi-finals. Well done.
Thank you.
Arteta's liking, but the Arsenal fans sang it best at the end. 1-0 to the Arsenal. That's all they needed. From all of us, good night.